Folks, on today's video, I am going to review something called dynamic matrices in this most simplest form. Dynamic matrices is a repository of information that allows us to help business and technology leaders down select the industry just by answering a few specific questions about your environment or what you're looking to accomplish. It's oftentimes a great place to start when you're at your research stage, when you're looking for various technologies. You can see here we've got research reports on AI, public cloud, AWS, Azure, wireless, the Azure, AWS, Google Marketplace, backup and disaster recovery vendors, cloud-based contact center, co-location data center, the list goes on. So I'm going to choose one that has gotten a lot of press and reaction lately, and that's managed security. Managed security is a space that anyone should be sensitive about, right? There's attacks happening on a regular basis, both against small business, medium, and large businesses. So on the left-hand side here, what you see is I'm going to, for now, ignore the vendor itself in terms of what you're looking for. But let's say that you're a company, and remember on the left-hand side here, this is us filling out your environment. That's what makes this specific to you, and I'll share why that's important later. But let's say that you're required from a compliance perspective to have PCI compliance, and let's just choose HIPAA as well, those two. If you notice right away, when I check those two boxes and I'll hit high trust, you'll see these vendors then change. The vendors don't change, the rankings change, the order changes. More on that in a little bit. I'm gonna skip the SIM, for right now. Let's also assume you're looking for maybe some DDoS mitigation. Perhaps you're looking for a managed detection and response solution, some pen tests, and I think I'll skip the rest for now. And again, what you may have noticed is when I checked each of those boxes, the rankings kind of change. And what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to generate the matrix. And essentially what we've done here is given you a full research report of the top vendors that can support your requirements. So what it essentially did is when we chose the need for the compliance, then it looks at an entire database of all of the vendors that are out there to see who is the best fit for you. So obviously CDG and Flexential, scored well. Some other vendors here, Entirety, Quest, CBTS, all a fit, meaning they went 2 for 2 in terms of requirements there for risk and compliance, and 3 for 3 under technology solutions required. That was where we checked off the identity management and whatnot. So then from here, what is really valuable, or what we feel is valuable, is a complete research report on each of these vendors in terms of what platforms they're on, what does pricing look like high level, what are they using for identity management, what are they using for incident response, pen tests, is it in-house, are they outsourcing it? So essentially just by you meeting with our team and answering a few quick questions on any technology stack, we're going to immediately find the right vendors. And what this essentially does is it just saves you a ton of time. How many times have you gone down a path with a vendor thinking they're a fit, you get all over to the end and you're like, oh, by the way, we need this to be PCI compliant, and it's not. So you're constantly starting over again. So a lot of the folks use this as a replacement to issuing an RFP, because we can really hit the ground running here. Another thing that we offer of value is while we're on the phone with you, we will PDF this report. We just click PDF, and it's going to move all of what I just showed you into a very easy to follow, easy to use, and more importantly, easy to share research report. We want our customers to look good, both internally and externally. So one of the things it does is essentially take our research, make it your own, present it to your leadership team, or if you're on the leadership team, obviously you don't need to worry about it. You could present it to your board if you have one. But essentially what it does is everything that we talked about. It puts it into a nice PDF that can easily be shared across the organization. I'm at a shared workplace right now. That's why it's going so slow. I can guarantee you if you schedule a demo, it'll be super quick. But at the end of these calls, what we do is normally just spend time with the client, reviewing each of the vendors, weigh the pros and the cons. There's other things that our software, our AI software does in terms of down selection that is also of value that we can send over to you. But at a minimum, no matter what your project is, and no matter where you are in the journey, the dynamic matrices is a very easy way to down select the entire market. 6 to 9 months worth of research you're going to do in just a click of a button on a 2 or 3 minute call with our team. If you don't have time for a Zoom call, we also have a site survey form that I'll show next that'll actually give you some a link that you can click where you fill out your specific requirements, and we will then send over that report or that link to you so you can fill it out without even jumping on a call. But again, here's the dynamic matrices. Here's everything listed here. Put it into a nice PDF research report, send it over to you, and I know you're going to get a ton of value just by not having to go home, Google, and do all this research on your own. That's what I have for you today. Thanks. We'll talk to you soon. See you on the next video.